What's up, boys? Today we're going to be going for a full beam heavy gunner, and we're going to try and get all of the overclocks that give you massive damage and range for beam weapons. We're looking for the flamethrower, the cryo cannon, and the... what is the mining weapon? The coil gun. Yeah, that one got spliced emitter added to it in the patch, and it makes it a fantastic mining weapon, but we probably won't be scaling it up that much here. We just wanted to scale up the other two since there's actually some kind of unique overclocks for them that you don't typically use a whole lot. So the flamethrower has a 100% damage boost to the weapon damage itself, but it reduces the lifetime. You basically never take that since you pretty much always build for heavy status damage, but I think we will actually specifically look for that overclock and try to scale up the weapon damage itself a bit, and we'll also try and get some off-screen beams with all of the range we can get with the spliced emitter.
Can't drop supplies for you yet. Prep the landing zone for impact.
I'd like to get a bit more nitro before we go there. Okay, that works. That will hopefully get us up to 3 rerolls here, just in case. Since we're going for the mining, we definitely want to try and find some scanners early on. Looks like we're a bit short of 3, but I guess we can take the coil gun here. I would have rather had one of the other ones early on, but I'm not going to spend gold to try and optimize that a bit. Just gonna grab the weapons whenever they're available. But yeah, I guess we do have kinetic upgrades off these two. Oh well. I'll take that since we're getting kind of close to an overclock, and that'll be pretty helpful in the early game. I think I'm gonna reroll that. Red sugar's not bad. I don't mind it, but let's see what else we can get. Ooh, weapon box. We got the neurotoxin. Is there anything cool I can do with that? We could get the sludge pump and scale up acids and lasting. Not really sure. Potency is probably fine for that. Big global damage.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, maybe we'll go the sludge pump and go super heavy on the acid beams then. I think you wouldn't normally be able to have 2 different acid weapons here. Let's take the reload since that's the main stat we want there, and we'd like to have the mining going on that pretty quickly. So we'll go sludge pump plus what else? I guess either of them is probably fine. So for the sludge pump, we'll probably want to go for the plus beams overclock at 18. Let's go big stats here, instead of the burning and shocking grounds. And we'll just scale the acid stuff on that as much as possible. That really just unlocks acids upgrades, which also give you some potency for them. It would have already had lasting from basically any of the beam weapons. Could get the incendiary grenade from gunner itself, but I don't think that's a great idea.
Keeps increasing. You need to work faster.
Big fire rate's fine. Pretty helpful weapon in the early game. I can't squeeze through there. Finally.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop
So
pod
we
is
do have that
ready.
already. I'll probably take some nitro. We're a bit light on that after the rerolls. Big crit damage. I guess the weapon level. Actually, let's see if we can drop some rocks and finish off that entire pack. Extra XP on the way out. Damage. I guess I'll take it a purple.
That's a no-brainer.
So we can get either of those. I think the cryo cannon is a bit more interesting since you can have both freezing and burning for that damage. Lifetime, that's fine I suppose. Pretty good for the quill gun, not the greatest for the other stuff.
I rarely go for this one.
Well, it's kind of giving me a lot of good stuff for the quill gun.
I want another go. I
XP.
rarely go for this. I'm feeling lucky.
Weapon range, if I want to say that, probably not. It's good, but we just don't really have a lot of nitro to go around right now. And I might want to throw some rerolls at the next artifact. Luck, super important for beam-based builds to increase the chance of getting +1 beams.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready. Resupply prepared. Clear the landing zone of obstacles.
So we need to have a bunch of gold ready when I get level 25 in a bit. XP, whatever, I'll take it.
This is a rare treat.
Big status damage, I think I will take that at legendary.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Oh yeah. Back the hell.
Let's check the quill gun overclock. There's the mining.
Rock and stone.
Pretty weak with only one beam, but it should typically aim at the highest HP enemy nearby, I think.
Bloody hell, you're hot.
So you can try to aim around that a bit. So it should be going towards those guys now. I'll take a bit of HP. We might have to take some hits here on the way out. I'll take a beam level over just damage, I think. Could use some movement to help out with the heavy gunner penalty. So we need to hit the sludge pump now. Okay, not too bad. Oh yeah, what did we get on that? Tape some nails to it. Okay, that's actually interesting. So we have 3 kinetic weapons, and that actually does do a pretty high base amount of damage. And we'll have a bunch of acid debuffs increasing that damage as well. Yeah, take the luck here.
The clock's ticking, miner. Get it, wrap it up.
Just
Well done, you got them all.
I like potency, reloads. Yeah, I think we will go here. This is best on the coil gun. Not quite as important on the ones that just create beams that circle you, since you can't really overlap those. Status damage. I might take that here. Those 3. Yeah, I think I will try it.
Watch it. The threat level is increasing.
one down.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out.
Potency
The drop pod is not going to
for
hang
sludge
around.
pump, since that's supposed to be our main weapon now. Weapon range. If you get too much of that, it actually can be kind of hard to hit enemies with the poison puddles, which only drop at the end of the beams. Let's see what we got here.
Gorgeous gun for a gorgeous dwarf.
So I actually wouldn't mind that one, since it's weapon damage. You wouldn't typically take it, and I think the reload will be fine later on, so we'll actually try this and get some decent weapon damage on it here. Just because Heavy Gunner can kind of do that a bit better.
I'll take this one.
Lifetime for 4 different weapons, not bad.
I'm gonna be the best survivor.
Potency, I'll take that for the acid grenades. Potency.
I rarely go for this one.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it. Well done, miner. We knew we could trust you to go it alone. Stage 2 completed.
I'm a better
Potency,
dwarf than
reloads.
yesterday.
Okay, we got the triple
This is
nice
gonna change
reload
everything.
for just those 3. I don't think that's that great.
Surely next time
Luck.
will be better.
Damage and potency. Potency
Yes,
there. I'll do one more reroll, I
What
think.
else?
That might actually be pretty good with the nails overclock. That front loads a lot more damage into the explosion. I think I'm down to try that. But then again, 3 beam weapons, kind of expensive for just 1 level. Pass on that
This
actually.
one suits me best.
Take a weapon
This
range
one
for
looks
that
best.
on the way out.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Mission control, you surly bugger. This one's for you. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Oh, say hello to my little friend.
Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
Sludge bomb.
Loot bug down.
LZ prepped. Supply pod incoming.
Nice.
I Don't really like getting that super early on with the movement speed penalty. Ooh, 5-leaf clover, one of the best beam artifacts in the game. Especially if you can get some extra gold with gold scanners mainly, I suppose. You do a lot more rerolls and end up with a lot higher rarity overall in the shops.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Probably the global damage here.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Come and get me, you dangerous architect of war. One down. Die, monster!
Weapon range. Yeah, it's probably
It's a little
fine.
extra special. Ooh. I'm gonna kill you all.
Look.
I rarely pick one of these.
Actually, it would have been worth going for a red crate there over just mining a bit more XP now that I think about it.
Time's running out, miner. The bugs are getting worse.
Anything you can do to try and get even more beams. I think damage and potency.
It's for me. Bring it, Becker!
Paint job or reload. Let's see what we got here.
Like me.
I guess +1 beams is fine.
They're everywhere.
Try to make sure we get the crate at least. Oh, we were like 0.1 of a second off of it there. Rip.
Get moving. It won't hang around.
Damage potency. I'll take a paint job. That's probably the main thing we want on the Thunderheads, since we're going all for beams and a bit of acid.
Stage 3 completed. Taking you to stage 4.
I guess crit chance actually is fine here, since we're going for some of the weapon-based stuff.
Feels rare. Feels right. Feels
See,
rare.
sludge
Feels
pump.
right. I'm
These are
raring to try this
fine, and
out.
we don't have any nitro left anyways.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
You want something done right? You gotta do it yourself.
I'm very curious how much damage the sludge pump will actually have between the weapon and the status effect, but I don't think I'm actually going to be able to calculate it Since we have the grenade that's also dealing kinetic and acids, I have no idea how I would break that down.
Big swarm detected. Bug up and get ready.
Big fire rate or potency. I think I want to go sludge pump here.
Hell yeah! Hello, and good boy.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
This one's for Tom. Let's show them some fight.
The supply pod LC is blocked. Please clear it out. Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Big paint job, sure. I'm not sure we can complete that right now.
Bug eliminated. Hello, and good boy.
Potency.
Go to hell. The time is up, Crate.
Let's get a bit of armor here since we are a bit light on survivability and we are kind of onto the damage over time side. I guess we could try this pickaxe ender. Nah, we don't really need that. I'll go to the coupons so we can buy more and maybe combine that with a decent scanner later on. Bit off of the red crate there, unfortunately. Big fire rates. I kind of like scaling up the acid weapon here.
Give me that. One down.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived.
Nitro.
And now, it will leave without you.
Luck.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out. Stage 4 completed. Next stage is the
Decent
dreadnought.
XP.
Prepare accordingly.
31 for a reload level is kind of expensive. I guess it's fine at those stats.
Legendary. It's my lucky
And
day.
between these, I think I will grab that now to push the weapon damage as high as possible and see what that can do. We'll eventually get some decent beam sets for that anyways. Damage for the sludge
Give
pump.
it to me.
Probably not
Let
on
me try
that
again.
though. Lifetime is fine.
I'll take it.
Paint job to get that unlocked a bit sooner.
Here we go. You've found the dreadnought. Now you just need to make it come out of hibernation by destroying the cocoons. Show them what a single dwarf can do.
Guess we need to avoid the bottom right with all the eggs over there.
Objective completed. The surface is too packed for the supply pod to land. Please clear it.
Ooh, absolutely.
A legendary. Go. Come and get me, you big tossing bug.
There you go. Delivery of full resupply for you, miner.
Sucker.
Gold scanner finally on stage 5.
Feel much better now. Ooh.
Let's try some damage here since we're building more for that.
That will kick you. By the beard, what is this abomination?
And then we probably need to actually position the sludge pump for decent damage here, since we have so much into that.
Feel much better now.
Actually, the Thunderhead might just be more at this point still. Let's go a bit more XP, I suppose. The ranged one is actually taking a lot more damage here. Let's see if we can pull them through some of the detonators up here. And I think we'll probably go for the magnet for a bit of extra power on the boss fight here. Reload is fine.
This one.
+1 for the coil gun, it's fine. I'll go a bit more
This is gonna
armor.
help me be a perfect dwarf. Follow this. Roll back to hell.
Guess a bit of crit damage is fine here.
Hello and good boy. One down.
You're really pissing off the bugs. They're getting angrier. Objective completed. Dreadnought threat eliminated. Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you.
Think again.
Beam damage for those 3, I should probably take that, I think.
Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily.
see what else we got.
Let's shake it up.
Acids, pickup. I don't think reload is super important there. Yeah, not really. Getting close to 90% uptime even without that. It's +1 beams. I will take that. Some movement. We could probably use that for the gold scanner, although we don't really have any gold left over. I guess we'll just see what we get here. Extra reloads.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
Next one. Let's get some.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
That's fine on the sludge pump, and then we'll go for the full acid to combine with the extra acid weapon this run.
Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed.
We can remove that from the artifact pool, although it's pretty hard to get decent value out of that.
I die a little inside every time I have to take my
The swarm is heading your way. Load up. LZ ready. Resupply inbound.
Nah. Another XP. Ew, I guess.
Now this is a rare treat.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Suck on this, you frenetic.
Weapon range to combine with the level 18 and the heavy gunner passive.
One down. You must open.
See if we can aim the coil gun at them by running past the resources a bit.
Say hello to my little friend. I got it in the mouth.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time. For crap's sake, move it! They're everywhere. Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer
I
runs
guess
out.
we
The
will
drop
go
pod is not
set a
going to hang
stage
around.
here.
I'll take this one.
Weapon range. I guess we'll try it.
We want to be a better dwarf. See you in hell.
Big global damage. Weapon range there, I think.
It'll do.
Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily.
Think you can kill me? Think again.
Good work, miner. Now to stage 7.
Paint job for that, and that, and then a sludge pump
Just the
movement.
upgrade I was looking for.
Well, we do need to spend all the gold, so
Tough choice.
just grab a bunch of
This one
random
is so
stuff.
mean. Nope. Try again.
Damage and potency, luck. I want all of those.
I've been dreaming of something.
Definitely
like
do
this.
that. Probably lock that for later. Do I want to lock that? I think I will because we have the gold scanner.
You know the drill, miner.
But normally I don't think I would.
Onboard is the name of socks.
Big reloads.
I've got a full play.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Think you can kill him, eh? Think again.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Probably Nitra to go with the gold, and we have the coupons to make that a bit better as well.
Let's clear them out. Feel much better now. You want some more?
Potency into
mind if I do?
overclock. And we'll go with some damage for that.
Swarm detected.
So
Log
it
up and
fits
get ready.
with the beam damage builds. Nothing really great for that though, we didn't even get the fire edition.
That will fix you.
Can't drop supplies for you yet. Prep the landing zone for impact.
Got it right between the eyes.
Paint job there, get that one up a bit. We actually are fairly far behind on weapons still. At this point in the run anyways.
Tripod imminent.
Wow, what a shot.
Nitra, kinda late, but I do like weapon
Just the upgrade I
levels.
was looking for. Think you will kill me? Well, think again.
Well, we're pretty close to a red. No. Like a second off if I focus on there.
Yes.
Range.
That will fix you.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived.
Let's
Get
go
there
a
now.
bit more Nitra here and try to find 2 more mushrooms if I can.
You want some more?
Objective completed.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Stage 8 is next. Keep it together.
Grab that and the sludge pump, some movement. Those are
This
both
is
fine.
perfect. Gonna roll the dice on
Plus
this
1 beams to make it really insane at mining.
It's my lucky day.
And I think we will still go spliced for that and the cryo cannon, especially if you get some good plus beam upgrade. You don't lose quite as much since that's
My
additive.
favorite type of
Get a
clock.
bit of mining to get that started.
Now
Sludge pump
this is
every
a rare
time,
treat. Nothing for me here.
Luck.
Let's try again.
and then a bit of
I
crit
rarely
damage.
take one of these. Next.
I guess we'll save that. Do I need any more reload? It's okay, but not really amazing. We'll grab that for the mining. I guess so.
Bingo!
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
This is gonna be a walk in the park.
And there we go. Off-screen coil gun with some extra +1 beams upgrades. A lot stronger. Reloads.
This makes my whole life better.
Big swarm detected. Lock 'em and get ready.
You want some more? This one's for Carl. Oh, hello. Let's get the net. Beat Jamaica great.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Think you can kill me? Think again.
Well, I guess we can take either of those.
I'm
See what
growing
we got
stronger.
here. Okay, got the spliced emitter.
Everything.
Supply pod LZ is full of crap. Please clear it out. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Not quite off screen on that, but we still have a bit of time.
Nice shot.
Another cold scanner? I guess so.
Just the upgrade I was looking for. Bloody hell, you're hard to kill. Die, monsters!
Let's turn damage numbers off so I can see where I'm going here. Acid or weapon range. I'm gonna go here since this is a kind of limited time chance to do a full acid build on the heavy gunner.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again. Swallow this. Oh, I needed that.
Well done. You got them all.
One down.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready.
Potency
Get on it before it leaves.
Just the freezing, I guess it's fine.
That's the one.
I'll take a beam damage here.
This one's for Carl.
Nice global, sure.
No way. A legendary.
Can't finish that off, and that's fine.
Now it's my favorite color.
Neither of those really matter.
This is gonna change everything.
We're going deeper. Stage 9 is next.
I'm
Lock
gonna do
sludge
something
bomb.
epic with this.
Weapon range. We only have 2 stages left. I think I'm gonna pass on the coil gun now,
what
since
else?
that's just a utility.
This one's
Lifetime,
the
sludge
best.
pump, some movements.
What else we got?
Reload
Oh,
is
yeah.
good. Bit more mining movement. Sludge
Ooh-wee,
pump.
Not too shabby. I want another go.
Big status damage, sure.
It's fine. This
of
will help
mining.
me work harder. Let me try again.
Guess we could lock that, take the
Sure,
reload,
why
and
not?
a bit more
I
movement because
rarely
it's
go
fun.
for this one.
work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
Mission control, you surly bugger. This one's for you. This is gonna help me be a perfect dwarf.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
You fucking open.
Supply pod active. Locate the LZ and prep it for landing.
Shoot to kill. Let's get them in. Much better. You ugly son of a bitch.
Prepare for impact.
I guess we can go ahead and finish the grenade off. That's over 80% at least.
I'll take this one.
More acid.
Cooking with gas.
That would only be the Thunderhead, so I guess we'll take energy bars for big damage.
Now we're talking.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up. Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Here, have a bullet in the fight. Think you can kill me? Well, think again. Got it right between the eyes.
More luck? Sure.
This one.
And we're accidentally
Pod
getting
has
reds
arrived.
now.
Get there before the time
Sludge
runs out.
pump it
Pod is
is.
not going to hang around.
The time is not great.
Damage.
This will help me work harder.
Then
I
sludge pump.
can't get enough of this rare stuff.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
Between the eyes.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Just what I needed. That's the one. What else? This one feels rare. Let's shake it up. Nice. I'll take it.
Probably not at
Gonna
this
roll
point,
the
I
dice on
think.
this one. I'm raring to try this out. I want another go. Nothing for me here. Let's try again. Dibbity, I'm feeling lucky.
It's probably not worth it at this point, but it's funny.
I already feel stronger. What else? I'm having an epic vision.
Do I want any of these? Not really. We can go for one of the nitrous scaling artifacts here.
Destroy the small cocoons and watch out for elites. Keep it cool. You will make it out just fine.
Who's having loot box? Take that!
Oh yeah, with this much range, there's actually a decent chance we might break the boss out pretty early, though. Oh, especially if I go through there, let's try and avoid that spot then. I'll probably want more Nitra if I go for pickled Nitra, but there isn't that much left now. Potency. Well, powder's pretty solid since we're actually building for weapon damage here. Brings us up to 190% crit chance, and we can still get a bit more on that. We do want damage numbers on for the boss here. We can probably just keep re-rolling. I guess beam damage is fine here, but that'll look funnier. Get max damage like all the way over here with the sludge pump. Heavy focused acid gunner, something like that. 401% global damage, 196, 253 crits, 283 status. We did go a bit into that. 134 luck plus any rerolls with the 5-leaf clover. Weapon box adding a second acid weapon.
That is another one for the books. Dreadnought eliminated. We're pulling you home.
So if we added these up, that would be 68 million. So only 2.6 million on that. But then we have 2 different weapons. I guess that should still be doable. So this would be about 6 million, probably a bit less. Probably 16 million. So about about 74 million acid dot, I think it is. So not the biggest weapon damage, although we did get 2 overclocks for that and kind of build a bit more for it than normal. There's also no spliced emitter there, which can give some decent damage as well. But just for the coil gun, cryo cannon, and the flamethrower, I think. But 3 beams should still be pretty good. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.